This week on Machinery Pete TV, Wheeler Auctions' giant consignment sale brought the crowds to Paris, Missouri. A couple of Steiger Quadtracs really stole the show. Rick Nelson's steel wheel D was saved from the Rock River. And Pete looks at the significant pressure on values of used high horsepower tractors.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.
Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV. This week I'm down in Paris, Missouri for a huge annual July consignment sale by my good friends at Wheeler Auctions and Real Estate. And I got to tell you folks, traveling the country through US and Canada here the last maybe 6 to 9 months, I picked up on a growing sadness, people missing live in-person auctions. Today we're going old school, over 4,000 pieces. They're going to be selling from 8 in the morning till 9 at night. But first, let's go back and catch up with the latest equipment news back in the studio.
All right, thanks, Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. President-elect Trump continues to announce key staff positions as speculation grows about who could lead USDA. Now, the latest name added to the possibility list, Greg Dowd. He serves as Chief Agricultural Negotiator with the rank of Ambassador in the Office of the United States Trade Representative. Other potential secretarial candidates include Kip Tom, the former U.S. Envoy to UN agencies for food and agriculture, Sid Miller, the current Texas Agriculture Commissioner, Ted McKinney, the former USDA Undersecretary for Trade during the Trump administration, Zippy Duvall, the president of the American Farm Bureau Federation, former House Ag Committee Chairman Mike Conaway, and Ray Starling, a former USDA Chief of Staff. Meanwhile, former U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer could be returning to his old post under a second Trump administration. The Financial Times reporting Lighthizer has been tapped to return to the role as top trade negotiator, however, adding it's not yet clear if Lighthizer will accept the role. Ag export numbers for the 2024 fiscal year are in. Total ag exports coming in at $174.4 billion. That's a little better than experts had predicted, but export volumes were down 2% from the previous year. Imports of foreign ag products grew by 5%, creating an ag trade deficit of almost $32 billion. And CNH Industrial announcing its third quarter earnings. The farm and construction equipment maker also cut its whole year profit forecast due to weak demand and a cut in dealer inventory requirements. CNH now expects annual sales in its ag segment to be down between 22% to 23% from a year earlier, instead of the 15 to 20% it once predicted. Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Hey, you red tractor fans, don't go anywhere. Coming up, we're going to watch a 2019 CaseIH Steiger 500 Quadtrac, 3,303 hours on 3-point PTO and special financing.
We're here today in Natoma, Kansas, and this is Luann Thelema. And we are having an auction for Luann and her husband Gene's estate on November 20th. We're going to have an open house on November 16th here at the farm. They have a lot of nice low-hourd equipment included on this auction. This has been a joint venture between Luann and Gene. They farmed for a lot of years.
Gene and I were married just shy of 47 years. I hope whoever gets the equipment does well and is prosperous with it.
Kerr Auction of Mount Sterling, Illinois wants you to consign with them today. Feature your equipment in one of 4 year-end sales coming up on November 26th in Torrington, Wyoming, December 10th in Timewell, Illinois, December 19th in Mount Sterling, Illinois, and December 30th in Alma Center, Wisconsin. All with live on-site and online bidding. To learn more, call 217-242-9600 or visit online at kerrauction.com and download the Kerr Auction app.
Keeping your equipment clean can be frustrating and time-consuming. It doesn't have to be. Check out Dakota Wash and the power of foam from Dakota Ag Innovations. The user-friendly foam cuts grease, won't harm painted surfaces, is wash bay approved, and is easy on delicate electronics. Multiple foaming options and complete packages available no matter the scale of your operation and equipment. Cut your cleaning time significantly and get your equipment back to work. Find Dakota Wash and the Power of Foam at your local farm store or check them out online at powerofffoam.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Looking to sell your equipment or needing an upgrade? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. From construction to agriculture and fleet, we make it easy for you to sell, bid, or buy. Always online and always no reserve. Take the next step and register for free today at purplewave.com. It's time to experience the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment with Purple Wave Auction.
All right, folks, really nice tractor here with some interesting features. A 2019 CaseIH Steiger 500 Quadtracs, got 3,300 plus hours, 3-point and PTO and special financing offer from the good folks at H&R AgriPower. Hey folks, I'm here with Zach Reister, co-wholesale used manager with great dealership H&R AgriPower. And Zach, great to see you at the sale here today.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day.
And I got looking at this Quadtrac here. This is a pretty nice unit. What is it, a 19 model?
2019, 3,300 hours. Pretty unique piece with 3-point and PTO on a 500 quad. So
very nice. What else about the Quadtrac, 3, 4, 5-year-old Quadtrac market would you say that you've been seeing here, Zach, lately?
You know, I mean, there's no doubt that the market has slipped some, but the case quads seem to be holding their own. So I think with the 3,300 hour quad, it's going to get down to a level that's pretty affordable for most any operation that can need a 500 horse tractor.
3,300 hours, or you can read the rest of her now. All right, having $400, 400, 200, 2 and a quarter, 225, I'm at 225, down 50, I'm at 225, 250, 225 here now, 50 now, 250 down, 50 down, 250, 75, 75 now, 75, 250 now, 75 down, now 60, 260, 55 here now, 55, 255, I'm at 250 now, 55, 255, 55, 55 down, 255, 250,000 now, 55, 255, 55. I'm at 250 now, 55, 55 down, now 55 down, come on, cowbells. 250 now, 55, 55 down, 255, 250 down, now 55, 55 down, 252, 5. You want to do that, Jay? 252, 5, 250 down, now 52, 5. Now get got 225 from the net. No, 235, 35, 235, 2 and a quarter, 235. I'm at 225 now, 35, 35. I'm gonna get 230, 225, 230, 30 here now, 30. I'm at 230 now, 5. I get 230, 35, 230 pound, 5 pound, 5 pound, 30, 35. I get 230, 35. I'm at 230 pound, now 35, 35 pound, I get able to get 235. Hold on, here we go. 230, 35, 235,000. I get about somebody want to give me 230, 25 before we go. 230, 25 and an all done. 230, 25 and an all done. 230, 25 and an all done. But I'm going to get 230, 25 and a solar tractor. 230,000. But a number 5, 1, the buyer 51.
Well, we got a nice rig here. What is it, a 15 model 470?
Yep, 2015 Steiger 470 road track, just a tick under 3,500 hours.
Okay.
West Kentucky tractor, great grower, good farm. Another tractor that's been with us since day one.
Now I gotta tell you, 2 of the last 3 470 Quadtracs I've seen sold at auction recently. Pretty interesting. The market may be softening a little bit. Back in May,
We saw a 14 model with 2,706 hours selling on an auction in Iowa for $229,500. And just 3 weeks ago, on an auction in Illinois, we saw a 16 model with 2,972 hours go for $200,000.
$3,400 on it. All right, $7 on this one. $250,000. 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 125.50. I'm at 125, 150,000, 150. Now it's 30, 40. I got 130, 140, 140,000, 40, 50. I 135, 50, 145, 50, 145, 50, 103, 395, 160, 145, 60, 160, 160, 161. Well, you're helping him do that or what? You can say both. 162, 162, now 3, now 3, now 3, 162. They'll do a pretty good job on their own. 162, 3, you don't have to encourage them to slice a bit. 162, 163, 162, 162,000.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale. Cleaning aluminum stock and grain trailers is now easier than ever with just a weed sprayer, garden hose, and Bright Plus aluminum cleaner. Start from the bottom and work your way up. Watch the foam release any embedded dirt and grime that soap and water won't touch. Rinse thoroughly. User-friendly, biodegradable, and available in different sizes to fit your needs. You can now pull a clean trailer without the chance of damaging the aluminum. Find Bright Plus aluminum cleaner at your local farm store or check them out online at trailercleaner.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Hey folks, I'm here with my good friend Kirby Fecht with Wheeler Auctions and Real Estate. And Kirby, first of all, thank you to you and Chaz for the invitation to come down to this humongous event. This is really something. You guys are up over, what, 4,000 pieces now?
Right at 4,000 pieces for the sale. Really appreciate you coming, Greg.
Well, it's always fun to come back to Missouri. And I've known for years your huge sale in January and your annual sale in July. It's interesting because Kirby, you had some great advertising out in advance, and it said 2,800 plus pieces.
Yep.
But I see items still coming in here, and again, it's up over 4,000, huh?
Up around 4,000. We actually quit taking stuff yesterday at noon, Thursday before the sale, and I think we ended up with like 3,960 or 3,970 for
wow.
Yeah, right at 4,000 pieces.
Now, how do you guys? I mean, a sale of this scale. I mean, and I frankly don't know that I've ever seen a sale with so much late model, big equipment, organizing it all and getting it ready. That must be one heck of a job.
Yeah, we've got an excellent team here. We Chaz and I continually say it's a team effort, from the girls checking stuff in up front to the guys unloading stuff, putting duals back on, placing it in line. We've got a full-time cleanup crew here as well. They just work whatever hours it takes to get the job done. I mean, it's a full team event, a family event as well.
Now, Kirby, if Machinery Pete TV was live from the auction, we'd be here from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow, wouldn't we?
8 a.m. We hope to be done by 9 p.m.
9
tomorrow.
p.m.
Yep. We think we have about 1,300 or 1,400 hours. In truck one, there's 800 lots.
Wow.
Yep.
What's the latest you guys have ever gone here on your July or January sale?
So, typical 9 o'clock roughly has been the latest, maybe 9:30. In the summer, or excuse me, in the winter time, we actually pull light plants behind the auction truck.
I've heard that.
And kind of try to light the path, so to speak. And I guess maybe tomorrow we have the light plants ready, and if need be, we're going to get them out. So
I've heard people going home to take care of business, have lunch, have dinner, come back for the good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What's it like working a sale of that all day, literally all day?
Yeah, it's definitely a long, drawn out day, but at the end of the day, it's a good feeling to be done. I guess we'll put it that way.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Tractor Tales. This week we're going to north central Illinois to learn about a 1929 John Deere D on full steel.
This is a 1929 D John Deere on full steel. I bought it probably 20 years ago. I found it along the Rock River, and it was underwater a lot, so the motor was totally junk, broke. You couldn't see only just the top of the radiator cap, so it was underwater a lot, and I decided to stop and ask the guy if he wanted to sell it, and he did, so we brought her home. So we totally disassembled it, put everything in it new motor, new head, new block, rebuilt everything that needed it, and we totally restored it probably 15 years ago. They're the biggest of the two cylinders, cubic inch wise. They're 6 3/4 by 7 inches of stroke. I like them because they're heavy and there's a lot of tractor out in front of you. That's what I like. Yeah, it don't steer the easiest with the guide bands in the ground. It steers a little tough. You have to get used to it. To return it back to a different direction takes a little bit. Well, I think some of that know the John Deeres like the D's that like them, and if you don't like them, you don't like them. But they're a monster trying to turn them over sometimes to get them started. They're pretty heavy to get rolling. It took us about 6 months at the time we disassembled everything, got it running, make sure everything was right, and took off the stuff that needed for the painting process. Yeah, we paint everything ourselves, fix them ourselves. Probably be here as long as I'm alive.
Stay with us, folks. Coming up, some vintage muscle you're not going to want to miss. A sweet, just restored, under 300 hours on it, 1970 International 1456. This baby is ready to go. The sun and weather can take its toll on your equipment's appearance. Fix faded paint with Dakota Shine. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Remove stubborn oxidation with Dakota Prep. Rinse and fix faded paint with Dakota Shine. Kits available in multiple sizes to fit your needs. Apply using a paint gun or aerosol can. It is not a wax and works on most painted surfaces, decals, rubber, vinyl, and all colors. Increases value and improves appearance. Find it at your local farm store. Check them out online at dakotashine.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Want to get smarter and have some fun while you're at it? Introducing Unscripted and Grow Getters, two of agriculture's most entertaining and engaging podcasts. Hosted by U.S. Farm Report's Tyne Morgan and Ag Day's Clinton Griffiths, Unscripted is your chance to meet the personalities behind the personalities. And with heart and humor, Grow Getters with host Davis Michelson explores Ag's most innovative side hustles. You can find Unscripted and Grow Getters on the Farm Journal YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, folks, we've known each other a long time now, so maybe not surprising that on an auction like this, Paris, Missouri, with so much late model equipment, that Machinery Pete would pick for our feature item, a 1970 International 1456, 300 hours on a complete overall beautiful tractor. Now the last 46 1456s I've seen sold at auction, average sale price $21,200.
55, I got 20, 25,000 from the net, 30, $30,000, now 5, I get 30,000, now 35, 40, I'm at 575, I get 35, 37.5, 35,000, now 37.5, I get 35,000, now 37.5, I'm 37.5, 40, I now 40,000, now 40, I'm at 37.5, 40, I now $40,000, I now 40,000, now 40, now 40,000, now 37, I'm not going to make $49. Guys, if they gave you the tractor, and nobody's going to but your daddy, and mine never gave me one actually, you couldn't afford to spend half what's been spent on this tractor, I guarantee it. 37.5, 40,000, I'm 40,000, it's a picture, I'm 37.5, 40, I now 40,000, I now 40,000, I now 40,000, international, they'll put paint on them like that, I can tell you that. 37.5, 40, I now 40,000, you're not going to make a big crane, 40,000, I'm 40,000, I'm going to give 38,000, I now 88,000, I now 37.5, 8, 38,000, I now 88,000, I have, hold on, here we go, I got 37.5, 38,000, I now 8,000, I now 38,000, 38,000. Now 8,000, now 8,000, now 8,000, now 38,000. I have it all done. Motor Farms, $37,500.
Well, there you go, folks. Our feature item on the show today, this sweet 1970 International 1456 sells for $37,500. But I got to tell you, as fun as it was to watch this thing sell, all the interest in it, the best part for me was 5 minutes after it sold, a young Missouri kid, 14 years old, named Trenton, came up and said, "Machinery Pete, tell me about 1456s. Is that the highest price you've ever seen?" Now, it's not quite the highest, but 37.5, pretty darn strong. Well, last Wednesday on a farm auction in Union City, Oklahoma, this 2013 CaseIH Magnum 290 with 3,013 hours on it sold. Now, it had been deleted and turned up to 350 horsepower, so pretty interesting unit. And it sold for $90,000, which I found pretty interesting, folks, because that's almost exactly spot on to the current average auction price this year on a Magnum 290, which is $89,830. Now, of course, 2024 used high horsepower tractors been under a lot of pressure, and used values have been dropping. Now, great case here. How much have they been dropping? Well, last year the average auction price on a Magnum 290 was $136,121. So this year, down 34%. Now, that average last year, we're coming off of a high there because that was the highest average auction price in exactly 10 years. Now, if we look at similar model, horsepower, and age on the John Deere side, that would be an 8285R. So made right in that same range as the Magnum 290, about 2010 to 2014. And very similar story here, folks. So far this year, the average auction price on a John Deere 8285R, $103,294, and that is down exactly the same percentage, 34%, from last year's average auction price of $156,518. And same story here, folks. That average last year on the 8285R, that was the highest average auction price in 9 years. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed our Red Tractor episode today here in Paris, Missouri. Great fun to drop in on my friends at Wheeler Auctions and Real Estate. And you know me, I always like variety, so watching a couple Quadtracs sell all the way back to the vintage muscle from the early 70s, 37.5 on that 1456. Tune into Machinery Pete TV next week. We will have a few more surprises in store for you. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.